100. We should have over 200 people on this call. Ladies and gentlemen, when we send out our reminders for people to come and hear this great information, I have the privilege of bringing to the floor the heartbeat of this community, along with her twin sister, Miss Reagan Lynch, Mr. Adrian Stone, and Mr. Jacob Mickel. Ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful individual is responsible for the vision of creating a new Wall Street. And we are witnessing people from all walks of life that are now collaborating with her in the efforts towards helping people across the entire world to become financially literate and to have money overflowing in our bank accounts. There's no hype, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we're doing. We're very grateful. We're very thankful for her. Some of you are new to our community, and you'll get to know a bit about her background as you become more involved in what we're doing. Today, we have something very special. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me step out of the way and bring to the forefront, ladies and gentlemen, the cheerleader and co-founder of Xtream FX Global Academy that's spreading all around the world. Miss Megan Lynch, are you there? Your line is muted.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
I could hear you loud and clear, Miss Lynch. Please take it away.
All right. Fantastic. So I just want to, first of all, let me turn my video on. I had to get my money robe on. So you know how when I have to pull out the money robe when we're going to talk seriously on there. I'm like, let's get serious. We had almost 300 people on our first call this morning. We were doing this call again so that we give other individuals from other time zones an opportunity to chime in. What I would like for you guys to do is just to understand the power of one, okay? It's the power of one, being able to reach out to one individual. And just think about this. If all of you guys on this call, 100 of you, reach out to one person just really quickly, because we have about 2 minutes, right? We're going to start at 5:07. Take the time to reach out to one individual and say, hey, I have some great information that I need you to hear. Can you jump on and listen really quickly? If all of us just get one, right? That's it. Not 10, not 20. One more person to jump on. Can you guys go into your respective groups and rally the troops? I know we're going to have a pretty big call on later on tonight as well, but we want to get as many people on right now. So, kids calling you. I'm on the phone. I'm on a Zoom. My daughter. All right. So, and we couldn't call our parents. She's upstairs. I'm like, we never got to call our parents, not even from the other room. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're excited. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and tell you that here at Xtream FX Global Academy, our focus has been to become the Amazon for anything money, anything financial, and just learning, period. We know that there's a process. Let me record. Thank you, November. All right.
Recording in progress.
All right. So we know there's a process to getting to become financially free. So our goal with my twin sister and the other two founders has been to really, truly just provide an opportunity for everyone to learn. So I'm going to get out of the way and get down to business and let you guys know that our experience so far this morning with our new partners has been pretty phenomenal. Now, I do want you guys to know that our Xtream FX traders and trainers, we went from three trainers to almost, I believe, like 17. We have the best traders, the best trainers inside of Xtream FX Global. And we have held down the fort for an entire year. We're looking toward Xtream 2.0. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the more the merrier. We are partnering with a gentleman by the name of Mr. Courtney Logan. They call him the US30 King, right? It's not about sometimes what you call yourself, but sometimes it can be about what others call you as well. It's what you answer to. So they call him the US30 King. This gentleman, him and I have been friends for many years. I'm finally getting a chance to work with him on more of a business level. I've been able to talk to this gentleman. He's my mentor, phenomenal. I'm going to let him tell his story. But now, you know, there's some synergy. We're merging together. We're also going to get a chance to meet his phenomenal team. Give me some $ in the chat if you guys got an opportunity to join this morning at 11 a.m. And I was completely blown away. I was like glued to my screen, just really, truly soaking in all the information. So I want you to get your notebooks, pen and paper. We will do a little Q&A on this one. So I want you guys to get your solid questions together so that you can ask those questions toward the end of the call. So this gentleman is the plug when it comes to anything in the foreign exchange financial solutions market. So we're excited to be able to meet with Mr. Courtney Logan. Also, we're going to meet with his phenomenal team of master traders. We're so excited to have these individuals on, and I'm going to let him introduce them. Just a great team. Also, Mrs. Tiila Kidd is coming aboard as well, has her own organization. All of these trainers you're going to hear work with their own students, but they also work cohesively together. And this young lady has a multi-million-dollar NFT portfolio. She's in the crypto space. Just really, truly a phenomenal young woman doing some extraordinary things in our community. So I am going to get myself out of the way, and I'm going to find our members. 144. Good job, guys. Good job. Let's see. Let me find. Oh, all right. Miss Tanny, thank you. I'm putting you as co-host. Go ahead and give me 3 7s, 3 8s, 3 9s in the chat. 7 is the number of completion. 8 is the number of new beginnings. 9 reminds us to keep moving forward. I'm going to turn off Miss Dorothy's video and bring up none other than my really great friend, my mentor, Mr. Courtney Logan. So I'm going to spotlight you for everybody, sir. And let me make sure I got you as co-host on here.
All right, good evening.
Sir, can you hear me okay?
Hello. Can everybody hear me?
I had to get my money robe on for this.
If you can hear and see me, type some ones in the chat. If you can hear and see me, type some ones in the chat. Type some ones in the chat. Let's see some energy. Let's see some excitement. Let's make sure you're here because you actually want to learn. You want to do something positive in life because that's the only reason we're here. All right, Megan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start early. Go ahead.
I and just put the robe on and I'm in my ears. You've had people fired up all day, blowing up my phone, put me on 3 ways with people I've never talked to before. And they're just really, truly excited about where Xtream is going and the partnerships that we're making. Unreal. So, sir, I'm just here to be a student. Like Miss Tanny said, I'm a student always. I'm here to be a student.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Let me echo my sentiments from the earlier conversation that we had. We are indeed honored and grateful for the Xtream partnership. What they've done over the last year has been incredible. We've watched from the sidelines while we've been doing our work. We're always checking the pulse on the market. We've seen things pop up. We've seen things go away, disappear. We've seen all different types of scams that have existed in the status quo. And this is one that we believe will stand the test of time. And we're super excited about the work that you and your Xtream team have done, Megan. Excited and grateful about our partnership that we've had over the years that we've cultivated, to be quite honest. Started off, we were working together and, I went one way, you went a different direction. And here we are all the way back full circle, working on the same project that we started working on together years ago. So super grateful. Thank you. And thank you for having me this evening. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Courtney R. Logan, Esquire. The Esquire means that I do hold law degrees. Licensed in Illinois, Missouri, federal court, and in DC. But as I tell people, I'm a recovering attorney. I'm still trying to get over the fact that I'm a lawyer because now I'm a trader, and the trading has done more for my life than the law could have ever done. So I'm super grateful to be here. More importantly, we're super excited about this partnership. And this partnership is important for us because we are looking to transform what trading education looks like in this space. And for me, a long time ago, I got introduced to trading via a company called IML at the time. And you know, it was great introductory education at that point. And I got to a point where I came to a crossroads, a fork in the road. And that fork was either I was going to become a great trader, and I was going to focus on that path, or I was going to be a great marketer. I was going to focus on that path. And I chose trading. That was my personal choice. And that led me from leaving the company to starting a non-for-profit organization where we then since put over 29,000 people into our non-for-profit and going off to get some more professional training and some help. Just like everybody else, I stumbled through YouTube University, you know, searched around the internet, trying to look for all the answers. I think we've all kind of been there before. And I found my way to some professional trading programs, and one of them being in London. And this program really transformed the way we looked at markets, the way we thought about markets. It was really, really important to get the deep dive from people who already understood markets that did it for a living. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather learn from a professional? Would you rather learn from an amateur? Let me know in the chat. You can just put P for professional, A for manager. Like, would you so I got to a point in my understanding that I knew where I wanted to be as a trader. In order to get there, I needed some professional help. All right, I just knew it. I had been a lawyer. As a lawyer, I learned from law professors. And whether law professors, they were pros. When I took trial advocacy, wanted to learn how to do a jury trial, I learned from the pros. And I got to a point in this where I figured, okay, if I'm going to go to the next level, I need to find me some pros. It was that simple. I couldn't rely on second and third hand information anymore. So I invested in myself in order to elevate myself to a place where we stand today. So I went through that program. I'm now licensed by the London Institute of Banking and Financing for Marketing, Trading, and Analysis. So are members of my team. After leaving that program, we were working together. We were actually going to do an international partnership where our company was going to be the US version of their firm. But then COVID hit. Supposed to went over to London. Right when COVID happened, I was crushed. I really was crushed because we were really building this synergy, and they have a funding mechanism. We were going to fund trade. We had this big plan, but how many of you guys know, like, God's plan is the right plan, right? Sometimes the things that we believe are right for us may not be the way, because I'll tell you, if I would have done that, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now, because we would have went a whole different direction. There was no RFX Academy at that point. There was no US30 Academy at that point. So apparently God was weaving my path in order to land me to this moment. So I did that. It worked out great. We got certified. And then I came back, and when COVID hit, I said, well, I need to keep going with my education. I want to get better, right? So I applied for a little firm called Maverick. And I applied, went through interviews. There's an interviewing process to get in. I got in, and I learned from their curriculum and learned their understanding of how they saw markets. And from that combined body of information, right, it really transformed my trading overall. And of course, there were books along the way. There were mentors along the way. There's a lot of aspects to crafting the Courtney Logan you see here today. It was not, it was not an easy, fun, nor a short process. However, here I stand. And now I hold a Series 34 license through FINRA, which is the only retail Forex license that exists in the United States. I hold that license. I'm also sitting for the Series 3 next month. And for full transparency, are we good with straight talk? Everybody good that we have some transparency today? Type a 1 in the chat. Let me know that we're all on the same page. If not, this is not the call for you. You might as well just leave now, because I'm not going to be your guy. All right, you're not going to like me at all. If we can't do that, there's a lot we're not going to be able to do. So we might as well start here. All right, so I failed the Series 3 about 2 months ago. I failed it. I failed about 1 point. I literally failed it by 1 percentage point. There's 2 areas of the test. One, you need a 70% in both areas. I got a 97% in the legal area. I missed 1 question. Out of all the questions, I missed 1. And then on the general knowledge portion, I got a 69%. I needed a 70. I literally failed the Series 3 by 1 point. All right. So guess what I'm doing right now? I'm studying for the Series 3, and I will take it again next month. With the Series 3 and the Series 34, has everybody seen the disclaimers? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not giving you advice, blah, blah, blah. Has everybody seen that before? Like in Forex world, or when people get on and give an education, they're always, I'm not blah, 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 blah. Well, I will be the guy. I'm working to become the guy that doesn't have to give that disclaimer. And I will tell you, I have not met one person in the industry that has these licenses, right? Not saying that they can't trade. That's not what I'm saying. Not saying that they can't teach. That's not what I said. So please don't misconstrue my words. What I said was, I've not met one person that has this set of licenses. I will be one of those people. There are only 1,367 CTAs in the entire country. What is a CTA? A CTA is a commodity trading advisor. Guess what a commodity is? Guess what Forex is considered? It's considered a commodity. There's only 13. I want somebody to write that number in the chat. 1,367. 1,367. Write that in the chat. There's only 1,367 CTAs in the entire United States of America, period. Only. That's including all of the firms, all of the institutions, and Courtney Logan's name will be written on that wall. Okay. So that's just a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm a recovering attorney turned trader. And I'm the proud founder and creator of the RFX Academy and the US30 Academy. I'm effectively known as the US30 King. And in fact, most companies that started creating products, they created products because of me. I am one of the original people in most of these companies that most people know. I was trading US30 years and years and years ago, a long time ago. And there are things that I understand about that market that most people have not found. Let me ask you a question. If I told you there was a market on the other side of the world that moved 12 hours before the US30, do you think that could help you in your trading? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat real quick. If I told, I'm going to repeat the question. I'll make sure everybody's hearing me. If I told you there was a market around the world or halfway around the world that moves 12 hours and looks identical to the US30, it looks exactly the same. Do you think that can help you in your trading? I think so. It's almost like looking into the future. And I'm here to tell you, it's things like this that real education, this RFX is called Real Forex Education. It is this level of understanding that we have in the markets that we want to share with the world. And we see Xtream as one of our partners to help us go help people around the world with high level, high value, high quality education. But let me be clear. If you do not want to learn, let me help you. Megan, don't put me out. All right. So because this is where my team gets mad at me too. If you don't want to learn, we are not for you. I want to be very clear, very transparent. If you're not looking to actually learn the skill, I am not for you. If you're looking for a get rich quick, I am not for you. I'm not even going to try to be for you. Is that fair, everybody? Type a 1 in the chat. Make sure we're all on the same page. I'm not for you, and we are okay with that. Because in our programs, it's $20,000 to work with us. In our programs, it's $8,000, $5,000, $3,000 a year to work with us. In our programs, people pay a heavy, hefty price to be involved in the level of education that we're given. The question I have for you is, are you okay with us giving it to you? Let me know in the chat. Are you okay with us sharing what we've shared with people all over the world with you, Xtream? Are you guys okay with that? Because if you're okay with that, we're super excited about the things that we're bringing to the table And I think, you know, I talk about this table. I think the table is important. Like we talk about a table. Well, when you think about a table, you think about seats on both sides of the table. So let me take a moment and talk a little bit about personal responsibility, because we take full responsibility in what we're responsible for. The education, the curriculum, ensuring you have the right steps. What we've created a path for success. And one thing you'll never hear me, you go on Facebook and go anywhere, you won't hear me on Facebook or social media talking about what I've done. You're never going to be like, you'll never hear me saying, you know, I thank you, Megan, but we don't even, the master trader, like we don't even take those titles. You won't hear me say things like that, because we truly believe that the true value of a teacher is the results of his students. So I don't have to rely on what I've done. Michael and Majesty and Zia, we don't have to rely on what we've done. We're going to rely on who we created, because 90% of traders lose. Does everybody know that? Type the number 90 in the chat. Does everybody understand that this is a losing proposition for most people that ever touch it? It's a losing proposition for most people. All right. We are the authors and creators of pieces of the 10. We help create the 10% of consistently profitable traders. And we do that with core curriculum and education that truly gets you to understand that trade is not gambling. Trade is not a get rich quick scheme, right? Trading takes actual work. You actually have to study. You got to do some reading. I know that sounds crazy. You got to read. Yeah, we give you books. We created our own books, our own curriculum that you'll have to work through. So I you know, I'm supposed to be on here to sell stuff and make people want to come, but my true marketing plan, if everybody doesn't see it already, my true plan is to make sure that we understand who is this for and who is this not for, because for the people it's for, they're not going to be afraid. Let me ask you a question. Are you afraid right now? Is anybody afraid? Let me know in the chat. Is everybody okay? Are you good? Is this for you? Does this sound like something you want? Because we say generational wealth. We say wealth transfer. We say we want to do something substantial in our lives with trading. But let me ask you the question, what type of time, seed, and sacrifice have you sown in order to get the result that you're looking for? For some people, that answer is not great. For some of you, you're just getting started. Welcome. Excited to have you here. You found yourself in the right place at the right time with the right people. That's one thing I can assure you of. So we're super excited to be here. We're bringing the US30 Academy as a product to Xtream. We're excited to partner on that. It's a higher level program. I'm going to teach you my correlations, those things that I talked about, that 12-hour market that's 12 hours ahead of the US30. We're going to talk a little bit about the chart, teach you some psychology, work on your economics, teach you about journaling, trading plans. Like the real things that actually get you consistently profitable in trading. Anybody want to be consistent? Type 1 in the chat. It's okay to win a trade. Winning a trade is easy. I promise you, my 9-year-old daughter wins trades all the time. You know why? She picks up my iPad and she pressed the green button and all of a sudden they win green. That's simple. That's the easy part. Open up an account, getting a demo account, opening up an account, putting money in it. That's the easy part. Consistency, my friends, is hard. That's the hard part. And some of the time, and many of the times for some of you, right, some of the things that you know potentially could even get you consistent, but your psychology is wrong, or maybe you don't journal, you don't have a trading plan, so you don't do anything consistently. And since you don't do things consistently, you have no consistency. But it's right around the corner. And before I get too far, listen, I will tell you, I'm grateful for the work that we've done in the industry, in the space. I'm a mentor to mentors. You know, I help teachers. We help teachers. My team, we help teachers. I mentor traders at other companies behind the scenes. We don't want no credit for the work that we do. And we're super excited about that. But I'll tell you, there is no RFX without the team. There's no such thing as an RFX office that I'll show you guys in a minute without my team. And when I'll tell you, I've put together a team of incredible individuals that truly has a heart for people, that mimics my heart for people, I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful. So before I introduce you to them, just give them a virtual round of applause by typing some $signs in the chat for me for a minute. Give them a virtual, because they are truly servant leaders as well. Because in order for us to do this, to even make the decision to be here, it took a lot of conversation. It took a lot of conversation, took a lot of heart to hearts, because we were happy in our small corner of the world, producing the people that come to us into consistently profitable traders, but we want to expand that mission, and expanding that mission and that them agreeing with me to be here, that means you have an opportunity to be blessed. So I'm grateful to them, and I want to let them know that publicly. So first, I want to introduce you to my director, our director of education, Zia Bridget. Zia is a phenomenal trader. She's known as a pattern queen and the homework queen as well. So if you don't like homework, you better start liking homework, because she loves to get homework. But it's through the homework that you become better. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my friend, our director of education, RFX, Zia Bridget.
Good afternoon, everybody. Put some twos in the chat if you can hear me pretty well. Put some twos in the chat. I see you guys down there. Good afternoon. How are you? All right, guys, like Courtney said, I'm the director of education over here at the RFX Academy. And we really make sure that we educate, get you guys educated very well, make sure that you all can execute, as well as expand your pockets or your accounts or whatever it is that you're actually building in the market, okay? A little bit about me. I've been trading since 2015, 2016. I am a full-time trader. I'm a recovering nurse. So before I was trading, I literally have worked with people with PTSD, mental disabilities, from adults to children to teens. I'm certified as well, like Courtney said, market analysis as well through the Bank of London. And we just are really excited to be here. Super excited for you all to have us. Thank you, Megan and the Xtream team. Put some $signs in the chat for you all today showing up. I'm so excited to see you here. Yes, show me the money. Again, like I said, the Director of Education, Zia Bridget, if you see me, if you have questions while you're in the academy, or you have any concerns, make sure you reach out to us. We're more than excited to help.
Thank you, Zia. Really appreciate you. And, you know, Zia has her own program as well. And you know, she's to us on loan. But she's super incredible. And I just love, I love the fact that, you know, Zia's a recovering nurse, and I'm a recovering lawyer, and we have another recovering addict as well that I'm gonna introduce next, and I'll let him tell you about that. But Michael is super incredible, just in his work and his heart for the people. And he's going to explain to you how we've developed the program for new traders just based off his heart, wanting to help people. Michael is over our incubator program, and he'll explain exactly what that is. But further ado, let me introduce to you Michael Edwards.
How you guys doing tonight? Well, I should say afternoon. I'm not used to being on calls this early. Can I get a 1 in the chat just so I know my mic is working and you guys can hear me? Cool, cool, cool. Like Courtney said, I'm Michael Edwards. I've been with Courtney 2017. We like to joke that he screamed at me on a video, and I had to find out who the man was. He mentioned his Powerhouse group. I was introduced to Powerhouse in 2017, and ever since then I've been following Courtney and working with them closely. I am a recovering addict too. I was a banker, so I am from Connecticut, so I actually worked on Wall Street in my earlier days. So I used to hold a Series 663, a life, health, property, casualty, and I was mortgage certified. So I used to do a whole bunch of stuff, and you went to the bank and you needed to do something, usually you would come sit in my office. I got out of that. I got introduced to the Forex market similar to Courtney, the IML. A friend of mine called me, said, hey, join this company. I joined, but my upline wasn't really traders, and I couldn't get the education I needed. Thank God for Courtney, and I found him, and I've been with him since. To kind of break down the incubator, well, I teach kind of a little backstory. Courtney, like he said, it was 20 grand to work with Courtney in our small mentorship program, but the thing is, you had to have some level of Forex knowledge. You had to at least be a novice or at least a intermediate. So you had to come through me. I was like the gatekeeper. So I would interview you with a couple other people, and either I gave you the yay or nay that you could work with us. And most people, they just couldn't, but they had the heart because they didn't have the education. So one day I came to him and I was like, I want the newbies. I'm like, give me the people who know nothing about Forex, and I guarantee I can make them into great traders in a couple months. He gave me the challenge, and we started the program about 2 years ago. And since then, we've had several traders come through as funded or live traders. So it's been a success. I actually put money where my mouth was, and I actually did it. But about me, I love the passion of actually helping people. The one thing that I think is really big and what I love about our group is we all want to help people. I get just as excited as when my students win than I do, probably more. Like I literally was jumping up and down when my first student actually passed the FTMO challenge. So I do this because I want people to get the generational wealth. I want, not to use race, but I want Black people to be own more. Like I want us, people that are Black and brown that look like us, to actually do more in the society, grow our wealth, help our kids, our future generations. I do this for my last name. Hopefully you do this for yours. So I'm extremely excited and happy to actually be with the Xtream team. No pun intended. Happy for Megan, and you know, she's killing it right now. So I'm looking forward to the people that end up in the program, and I get to sit there and talk to you guys and give you everything I got. You know, each one teach one. I'm always about it. So look forward to seeing the people in the future.
Thank you, Michael. All right, so so we got the recovering lawyer, we got the recovering nurse, and we also have the recovering banker. What about the recovering UCLA grad? Next, I would like to introduce the youngster of the bunch, Miss Majesty Kid, who I'll tell you, she started doing this when I started doing this, just about. Maybe she found me a little time after, but I'll tell the story real quick. Her dad, when I was in the company that we mentioned, her dad stalked me because he was a different organization than me. And this guy was sending me all these messages, and I'm trying to figure out, like, who is this guy? Like I'm talking about for months, y'all. Like I ain't talking about no one message. It was like months. And I would literally blow him off. And I was like, you know what? I'm not talking to this guy. He might be crazy for real. Like nobody sends that many messages, get left on red, and still keep sending messages. So one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna answer this guy and see what he wants. I was like, hey man, I think my message to him was like, hey man, you know, he was like, and then he sent this long story. I mean, it was like a long thing. My family and this and that, we want to learn how to trade. We want to learn. And can you teach us? Majesty, her mom and her dad and her brother are the first people that has paid me to teach them how to trade. Years and years and years ago. They actually flew from California, came to my house, studied in my basement in the early days. And we've seen a lot of growth and transition since then. But that level of resiliency from her father led her to almost to where we are today. And we've done a lot of good work for a lot of people since. So I'll shut up, and without further ado, let me introduce you to Miss Majesty Kid.
Hello, y'all. Yes, that was my dad. That was my daddy. But hey, everybody, if you guys can hear me, put 3s in the chat. If you guys can hear me, put 3s in the chat. Perfect. Awesome, y'all. Well, hello. Thanks, Courtney, for the welcome. But everybody, if you guys saw me this morning, hello again. But otherwise, my name is Majesty Kid, you guys, and I am a part of the Artifacts team. I get to teach all the people that are brand new to Forex about the foundation, getting out the basics and what Forex is. I know a lot of times when people are introduced to Forex, they just want to jump straight to the charts. They want to get in, start learning everything, and they just want to go all ham and everything like that. But a lot of people skip out on the basics and getting that understanding of what needs to happen and what Forex is. And so I get to come in and be able to help you guys understand and get that basic foundation that'll help you going forward. And so I absolutely love getting to work with the newbies and working with you guys in that space. But like Courtney said, it's about like 4 years ago, I've been doing stuff in Forex, and it was in college at UCLA that I actually met Courtney, and my dad My dad was texting Courtney all the time, and my dad, he called me. He was like, hey, I need you. We all got to fly out to St. Louis. We got to go meet Courtney. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I have a midterm like next week, like literally next week. He's like, no, we still gotta go. We gotta go. I was like, okay, cool, Dad. But ever since that point that we've been running with Courtney, ever since then, and it's been an absolute blessing in that regard. We've done, since that point as well, I've also been doing stuff in Forex, crypto, and NFTs. And I say that too because my entire family, we all get to do stuff in that space, in those different spaces. And it's actually my mom, the iDream Trading Investment team that deals with the NFT space, and absolutely love doing that as well, and helping other people learn that and getting into this new age of the digital world and things like that. But super excited to work with you guys and getting ready to learn and jump into this with you guys. I'm super excited to see what the future holds with you guys all. So yes, thanks, Courtney. And thanks, Megan, and all of the Xtream team.
All right, that's the majesty, the magic. Thank you, Majesty. Appreciate all the work that you do. As Majesty works with the newer traders, that's truly building foundation. Do I have any new people here? Like brand new, never traded before, first year, couple months, type of one in the chat. Type of one in the chat if you're new, like never heard of this stuff before, don't know what it is. Maybe you did a little bit of it, really not consistent yet, still trying to figure it out. Majesty, Michael, truly help newer traders get to a place that they want to be in their trading. More importantly, their understanding of the markets, right? Because what I figured out was when I first started trading, the first thing I did was I went through the academy in 3 days, and then I fired up an account. Like I just put money in it, and I was playing with the thing, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. I just know, right? And so we kind of reverse engineered our educational process. The last thing you do is get on a chart, right? There's a lot of things that we need to do before you touch a chart, right, to help you understand what it is about the market. So the boot camp that we're going to be bringing will help people build that foundation that they need in order to really maximize their Xtream membership. Right now, and I think that's I think everybody wants to do that, right? Like you want to maximize your membership with Xtream, right? I think that'd be the case. Well, we're going to give you some foundational education and understanding to help you truly maximize all the things that are going on and the things that are being offered. But we have to first make sure that you know how to put the right foot on the right shoe on the right foot. And speaking of, let me make one more point, and then I'll bring you up, Megan. The one thing that we've created is a path to success, right? We've created a path. We call it you can call it a yellow brick road, you can call it whatever you want. It's a path to success, but it's only a path, right? And we know that path is to success because we have traders managing over $2 million in capital. I think Zia, even by herself, has traders managing over $2 million in capital. Mike has helped students get to $1.5 million-ish of capital under management through these different challenges and whatnot. So we know the process that we give is a process that leads to success. We have no question about that. We don't question that. We don't second guess that. We know because it's been tested. It's been through trial and error time and time again, right? But the one thing that we don't sell, I want to say this real quick. We sell a path, but what we don't sell is feet. I want somebody to type that in the chat real quick, because this is super important. This is a personal responsibility moment. I think it's important that we have some personal responsibility. Now, we feel good about the parts we're responsible for, our path, right? Our path, our guidance down that path. We feel good about that. We have no reservations, no hesitations about what we're responsible for. However, there are things you are responsible for too, and that's bringing your feet. You have to walk the path. And for some reason, for some type of way, traders have been led to believe that they don't have to do anything to get their results. This is what I've seen over time. We've watched it for years where traders believe that they don't have to do anything. And I'm here to tell you that we'll bring a path if you bring your feet. And if you walk that path, we can get you to a place. But if you don't bring your feet, you're not going anywhere. Is that fair? We said straight talk. Type a 1 in the chat. Is that fair? Because we said we was going to talk to each other like we was friends already. So we're going to act like we friends already. If you don't do work, if you don't show up and do work, the results are not there for you. They don't exist. I can say that with absolute certainty. It does not exist. Oh, I feel good about that. If you show up and walk the path that other people have walked before you, there is success on the other end of that rainbow. And it's not an empty pot of goods. You know why? We got people to prove it. But I want us to be sure before we ever even start the partnership, even on these calls, that we're always making you understand that there's things that we're responsible for as educators and guides, and there's things that you are responsible for as the student. Are we fair? Is that fair, everybody? Let me know in the chat. Make sure before I even sign this agreement with Megan that I'm actually in the right place. I might be in the wrong place. I might need to go somewhere else. Because if you're not willing to do the work, guess what? Ain't nothing coming for you. And I don't have a problem saying that. We don't have a problem being honest with you. We'll tell you. We'll just tell you what it is. And if that's something you're not used to, you need to get used to it. If it's something you're uncomfortable with, you need to get comfortable with it. Because the reason we do it is because we actually give a damn. We actually care. We actually care about people. We actually care about results. We actually want you. We want you to win. We actually want you to win. And we know that the odds are stacked against you. The brokers are stacked against you. The scammers are stacked against you. We know your lack of education coming in is stacked against you. We know everything is against you, so we're trying to be for you. But in order to be for you, you have to be for you. Everybody type me in the chat. Megan, you cut me off whenever you want to. Type me. Everybody type me in the chat.
Oh,
if you're not for you, I can't be for you. There's nothing I can do for you. I can't save you. Can't help you. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. And there is a level of selfishness in learning this trading thing that's important, right? Like they say on the airplane, put your oxygen mask on first. We have to get to a point in this that we're going to put our oxygen mask on first and really figure this thing out. So everything that's connected to us, everybody that's connected to us and connected to this can win. If you don't win, they can't win. Generational wealth starts with somebody. The question is, does it start with you? The question is, will you sow the seed of sacrifice and time and energy and effort to truly understand in order to get something substantial out of the market? I don't know whether or not your answer is yes or no. Maybe it's a maybe. But I'm going to tell you it's time to get off the fence. I will tell you that. I will tell you that you finally stepped into a room that might feel a little different. Let me ask this question really quick. Does this feel different to you? Type a 1 in the chat. Like, does this seem different to you? Does this feel different to you? Does this feel different? Does it feel different? Well, you don't know whether or not it's different or not. I could be just talking a whole bunch of BS. But does it feel different? Because I'll tell you, we actually care. And not only do we care, we got proof of it. And it is my belief. It is my belief that the next time I stand here years from now, you will be my proof then. Is that okay with you? You will be my proof. I'll be like, hey, I don't sell feet. And they're going to be like, you're going to be like, I remember hearing that. You're going to be like, I'll be like, hey, yeah, I sell a path. You're going to be like, I remember hearing that. I'm be like, yeah, I got funded traders. And I'll say your name. I'll say your name. But that doesn't happen without you. Make no mistake about it, my friend. It does not happen without you. And we're not going to try to do it without you. So if we can lock arms together and learn this thing together and do this work together, we can get somewhere. And for some of you, that's going to be a resounding yes, and you're going to do what it takes, and you're going to be a success story. And for some people, they're going to do half of it. They're going to do a part of it. They're going to do a piece of it, and they're going to get a piece of it. And for some of you, you're going to do none of it, and that's okay too. But I just want to be very clear about who we are, what we are, and how we operate. This is what we are, and we make no mistakes for it, and we're not called to everybody. I'm only called to the people I'm called to. So is Majesty, Michael, and Zia. We only call to the people we're called to, and the only thing I'm doing right now is I'm putting up the bat signal for those that I'm called to. And that's the only people we're going to deal with and work with. Is that fair, everybody? Type someone in the chat. Hopefully I ain't scared too many people off your call, Megan. But if we ain't going to be real, we can't do nothing. And RFX stands for real. The R is real Forex. Real Forex. You know why? Because we got tired of fake stuff. It's in the name. It's real RFX, Real Forex. That's what it is. Because we got tired of fake stuff. My Zoom link is realforextraining.com. Real literal. No magic. there's nothing there. And let me touch on one more. Megan, am I good on time? I gotta.
Yes, sir. No.
Okay. I just want to impart something into you because some of you, this will be our last interaction. This will be the last time you hear me and last time you are in the presence of me. And let me tell you something, because some people are going to go home. They got to think about it. Some people are going to wait and they're going to take their time. And all of that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. But you're going to be bombarded with noise. So let me tell you something. There is no secret sauce in trading. I'm tired of hearing it. There's no secret sauce. There's no magic. There's no magic in trading. In fact, what if I told there's nothing new under the sun? Nothing. There is nothing new under the sun. I didn't create the things that we teach. Is that okay with you? Type one in the chat. Is it okay that we stop recreating things that's already been created because it sounds good? Is that okay with you? How about we just adopt what the professionals do that already make money and we do what they do? How about we emulate success? How about we stop recreating success and actually emulate success? Is that okay with you? There's nothing new under the sun. It all sounds good. It sells good, but there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. It just is what it is. There's no magic. So if you think I'm here to bring you magic, I have no magic. There's no magic beans, no magic beanstalks. There's none of that. It's hard work. It's hard work. It's a lot of work. It's work. I'm here to bring you gifts of work so you can get gifts of success. And if you want gifts of success, I promise you they're birthed out of a seed of sacrifice. I wish I could give you a more prettier story than that. But since I actually care about you and I want something real for you, and some of you, this might be our last time, let me let you know right now in this moment, you need to know this. You are the magic. If you ever really wanted to know what the secret sauce was, it's you. Everybody type me in the chat one more time. There is no magic. Don't let people fool you and believing that there's magic out here. There's no magic out here. They might give it a different name, the hula hoop strategy. They might give you a different name, but there's no magic. You are the magic. You're the magic. You're the magic. And our job is to help you become magical. My job is not to make you a version of Courtney. That's not my job. Zia is not, her job isn't to make you little Zias or little Michaels or little Majesties. That's not our job. Our job is to make you the best version of you that's locked inside of you that you didn't even know was there. Now, for some of you, that's going to be a painful process. For some of you, you don't like what you see in the mirror already. And I'm going to go make you stand in it. I'm gonna make you deal with the things that you need to deal with, because psychologically, some of you are not even prepared to be what is called a professional trader because of your mental status. We need to clean out all of that stinking thinking in order for you to even see anything clearly on the chart. You need to see clear in life. But this is not that call. I am so sorry. I'm trying not to go too far.
Keep going.
Some of you have a bad relationship with the market and you don't even know it. Some of you suffer from battered woman syndrome. And I don't say that because I don't know it. I was a domestic violence prosecutor, and I come from a household of domestic violence. So I'm talking from a level of experience. Some of you, the market has beat you up over and over and over again and wooed you back in to beat you up over and over. Anybody? Let me know. We're going to be honest with each other. Let me know in the chat. Ones wooed you in to beat you up over and over and wooed you back in, and you get to a point, I'm just going to take a break. How many of my break people? We're going to take a break. And you come back and guess what? You get beat up again. And you have everybody to blame but the person in the mirror. Everybody's to blame but you. What if you was the problem? What if it wasn't your teacher? What if the market had nothing to do with it? What if I told you that I truly believe, standing here, that most traders lose before they ever open a chart? Because that's what I believe. I believe most traders lose before they ever open a chart. They already lost. They had already lost. And we're going to work to make sure that that's never you again. So, Courtney Logan, RFX Academy, US30 Academy, Michael Majesty, Zia, we're super excited to be here. We're excited to work with you, hopefully to transform your lives because you want to. We're only going to do it with your permission. And your permission gives us the authority to push you to be something better than what you showed up. And we're excited to do that. And I have the honor of having the chance to introduce my good friend, who is also Majesty's mom, who is a crypto and NFT enthusiast, one of the greatest in the land, Miss Tiala Kidd, and you know, it was her husband,
my baby,
her husband that was stalking me. And now here she is on the forefront of the NFT market, has one of the largest portfolios of anybody that I know. And more importantly, she has a heart to teach as well. And she'll be teaching NFTs and crypto, intro to cryptocurrency for Xtream. And I believe she will be the only crypto educator, her along with her team, in the Xtream family. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to move out the way and introduce you guys to Miss Tiala Kidd.
Thank you, Courtney, for the intro. I really appreciate it. We are like really friends, like brother, sister, friend. So we always be laughing like, okay, I'm on the program now to do the scripture. We've already had we be calling him Bishop Logan. So it is so good to be here with you this afternoon for me right now. I was on earlier for the morning call, and then I will definitely be on. We'll have 3 o'clock service at the next call, and then Bishop Logan will be back with us again.
Make sure at the next call y'all get your offering plates ready.
Yeah, we bring the offering plates.
We plan on it. I was over here throwing my napkin down on the ground over here.
Yeah, but once again, it's exciting to be here. If you can't tell, listen, we love each other. We really literally have fun. This is our conversations when we're on, whether we're doing Zooms or just talking with one another, we really enjoy it. And so I think when I'm always listening to Courtney, he's like, well, hey, listen, we're going to go start doing this over here. I was like, okay, I know you have investigated, and I know that they are a part of our culture, because culture for us means a lot. In regards to, making sure we're connecting with the right people. So Megan, really appreciate you, really appreciate the partnership that we're about to start, because there is so much money to be made within the NFT space. And so let me just share my screen, because I know a little earlier, I showed some of you guys, if you guys had been on, I showed you guys the Bored Ape money. And so this time I know Mike had just talked a little bit about the aspect of generational wealth. Let me just give you a little bit of as far as the NFTs. Again, I've been in crypto since about 2017. I've started NFTs in 2019. I own over 70 lands in the Metaverse Sandbox game. Those literally, I mean, if you just went with some of the basic lands that are within that game, they range between $8,000 and $10,000. And then some of them have even actually sold for $500,000 or $1 million. So depending on the size of those properties that you may have. And so I know a little bit about the NFT space. So let's just say that. And then I'm also, a little earlier, I shared with some of you guys, even the Bored Ape that I own. If you're in crypto or in the NFT space, you understand that a Bored Ape is kind of like a big deal, because the Bored Apes originally, when I first bought that particular thing, was less than $1,300. That was back in May of last year. We're not even a year out, and it's already worth $340,000. So those are things, as far as, when you're looking at some of these things in the NFT space, and as you see on my screen, talking about generational wealth, I don't care what age you are. My mom is like 70. She just had a birthday, 72. Just had a birthday yesterday, and she buy NFTs. So there is no excuse. When we were in the NBA Top Shop, my mom used to be like, well, listen, somebody need to help me get these cards. I'm trying to buy the cards. How come I? So there's, you can learn in the NFT space. It may take you a little bit of time, but that's where my team and I will be there to make sure we can help you all with those things. Because again, our community needs to be investing into the NFT space. And I'm just going to give you a scenario here on this one in regards to how my brothers and sisters, literally, I have my brothers and sisters, there's 6 of us that are actually in buying NFTs, like whether it's daily or whatever these particular drops are coming out, we're buying these items. So we had gone on and bought one of these items back in May of last year. I think it's April, May timeframe of last year. And this particular item was, at the time, it was about $1,500. Okay. Today, it's about $25,000. Okay. So it's about, the floor price on this particular item is about $25,000. This item here gave us the opportunity to buy 3, every one of these we own, we were able to buy 3 of these items that you see on the outside at $300 each. So this is back just in December, because we had bought this in May. These are considered airdrops. So airdrops, let me just give you a little background as far as airdrops. Airdrops is really a company, if you've bought a particular NFT, as a reward, they will say, sometimes give you, whether it's coins, or they'll give you another NFT as a thank you. That's how I interpret it. It's like, we thank you, we appreciate you being a part of our family and buying our NFT. We're going to give you an airdrop. So they allowed us, for every one of these items that we bought here, this art from Artifacts, and let me just say this other thing. Artifacts is one of the biggest projects that's going on right now in the NFT space. Guess who acquired them? Nike. That tells you that there's money within the NFT space. Nike acquired Artifacts. And so just want to give you a little bit of background of how some of these companies are also getting involved in the NFT space. But again, back to the story of what I'm telling you here. So I bought this particular item. It then allowed me to purchase 3 of these CloneX items, at $300 each. This was December, I think it was December of 2022. Today, when I did the slide, they were at 40,000. Each one of these was at $40,000. That's if you have a basic one. That's like the lowest floor price that you can buy this particular item. So again, bought it for $300, less than $300 in December of just last year. Today, when on my slide, it says 40,000, but it's actually like 45,000 for today's price. It's at $45,000. So look at that. That if I go 40, 80, 120 for $900 since December, that's the power of what I'm talking about as far as trying to create generational wealth. All of my brothers and sisters, we own over 35 of them. Our family, we own over 35 of them. And even with just these particular items, you're able to have a $1 million license agreement that you can make $1 million off of each one of these particular avatars for this particular NFT. And so let me just show you, so earlier I showed you guys some stuff about the Bored Ape airdrop. So let me just show you another one of the airdrops that this particular site has given. All right, here we go. So again, here's the item here, paid $1,500 for, that's already worth $25,000, bought it back in May. All right, my first one, remember the airdrop, the page just previous, showed you this. This one today, again, is worth $40,000. From December, actually I need to, December 2021, I said 2022, but 2021. Because we're in 22, my bad, so 2021. All right, so this is $40,000. Since December, they have given us an airdrop for this, which is $40,000, an airdrop of this for $2,000, and an airdrop for this, which is $18,000. And that's every single item that you own for these particular CloneXs. If you own 15 of them, if you own 20 of them, we own 35, you start calculating to just see, I don't need to sell this particular item. And that's where I think when you come in and you start looking at what we're going to be teaching, in the master classes and the boot camp things, that's where you're going to see the value. You're going to be like, because most people will be like, you know what? And I understand there are going to be some times when you do need to sell the items. But remember, these were the base price of what these items cost. So this one literally is a 6-figure airdrop. I mean, 6-figure one that I bought for $300. simply because it's a rarer one. So this one might, let's see if this one was common, because this is a human one. This is a robot, which means there's not as many robots. It might be worth a little bit more money. And then this is going to be one that's going to be a higher end one. It's going to be worth even more money. So literally, again, just looking at the screen here, if I just said, okay, realistically, and this is like real numbers, here's $100,000 plus. Here's another $60,000. And if we had just the base price of this one, which is still a higher one, you're talking about another $40,000 to $45,000 off of something that you were able to buy for $300 just in December. But if you're not in the training, you'd be selling some of these items, not understanding that this right here in another month or two could be moved to be worth more than $40,000. I'm not saying it's going to be, but I'm just saying, depending on what's going to be inside this particular box, it could be over a $40,000 airdrop that they give you for every single one that you own. And so I think it's important, you know, our community, it's one of those scenarios that this is one particular thing that's in the NFT space. I definitely love this company. If they put out anything, I buy any and everything they put out because of the money that it gives. You know, many guys, you're going to hear me like in class, be like, it's the pajama money. This is the money I've been looking at. We're like, okay, you know what? The alarm clock. I don't have an alarm clock. It's like, I'm finished sleeping. It's time to get up now. How much money did I make? What was airdropped into my wallet? And so these are the different opportunities that you have within the NFT space. And again, when you're looking at some of these things, as far as that today, they cost $40,000. But if you had invested, when I was saying, as far as buying some of these items, you could have bought some of these items a whole lot cheaper. And that's the gist, as far as, you know, making sure you're getting trained to have a better understanding of saying, hey, what's the next project that I could get into to make this kind of money? What literally, that's what you have. We go out and we literally find, it's like, okay, what's the next big thing? Okay, we think this is going to be the next big thing. And then we share it with everyone. And you have to be the one to pull the trigger, though. I'm just going to be honest. It's like, I can't pull the trigger for you. Can't nobody else make you buy anything, but we can definitely inform you of, as far as the things that we will be buying to make it worth your while and worth you going through the training. Because again, there's a lot of money to be made. And we haven't even talked about the aspect of those of you who are artists or those of you who are very, who have music. Those are NFTs. Art is a whole nother beast in itself. It's literally, let me just go show you one more screen real quick. Am I good on time, or am I over on time?
We do not have a clock.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
I have my notebook. I'm sitting out close to the screen.
All right, let me show you this slide. Okay, so this is for my art people who are artists and so forth. Normally, the one thing that I love about the art aspect is that normally, if you're an artist, you either have to have an art gallery or somewhere that you're going to sell your particular art. You'll literally go on, put your art in an art gallery. You sell it for $1,000. You're like, okay, I sold it for $1,000. You sell it, great. You're excited. It's gone. But then 2 weeks later, because you're now out in the paper and everybody knows who you are and you're famous, someone takes your same art piece and goes sell it for $25,000. You don't get no money. It was like, it was nice. It's a great art, but you got $1,000. The next person made all of the money. Versus in the NFT space, there's an avenue for you with the NFT space is if you created this particular picture here of Prince and you sold it for the $1,000. This is where we get to the pajama money again. This is the pajama money again. So you sell it for $1,000. I buy it for the $1,000. I say, you know what? Actually, you know, they're doing very good. I think this picture is now worth $5,000. I'm gonna go ahead and sell it for $5,000. I can sell it for the $5,000, but guess what? You get 10% royalty. That you can set up your royalty for whatever number. We'll use 10%. So now you just made another $500. Remember, originally, if you had your art at the art gallery, you got the money, you were done. This is where the pajama money comes into effect. Because the same day, if I sold it for $5,000 and you got your 5%, your $500 for royalties, I could sell it the next minute. As soon as it hits my wallet, I could put it right back up for sale for $10,000. And it could instantly sell. I could buy it for $5,000, put it back up for $10,000. Someone else could come in and buy it for the $10,000. Guess who's getting paid? It come back to your account. You get another $1,000 because that goes, you just sold it. I don't care what, it doesn't matter. You will never, ever know who it is that bought your artwork. And let's say, like, I'll put my pictures on, Andrew is one of the gentlemen that created this particular art piece that I own. I'll put my art pieces on Facebook. I'll be excited about my artwork. I'll be like, look, I bought this art piece. I'm putting it up there. But literally, otherwise it sits in your wallet. But the thing about it, again, is that the royalties, this is an avenue for you to continuously make money. I mean, you literally will look in your wallet and be like, oh, I guess some of my artwork sold. I guess another piece of my artwork sold. And this is like a minute after minute. If you're if you're one of those people who's gotten their name out there in the NFT space and your artwork continues to sell, it doesn't even matter the amount. If it sells, they can sell it for the exact same price, $5,000, and then put it back up for $5,000, you're still getting your $500. It does not matter in that regards. And so that is a whole nother avenue of how you will be able to go on, make some very good money within the NFT space. And then the last slide I'll go to, this is, you see on the screen here, this is now your art gallery within the metaverse. Literally what you see playing on the screen here, this is where you put your artwork up for display. I can literally walk up, scan it with the QR code, scan your picture, buy it, and it shows up in my wallet. I know that's like mind blowing. And some of y'all be like, how do you even do that? But again, this is an art gallery that you can create if you are an artist. There's no overhead costs besides, if you were, but for me, I have airdrops of all of these items. So I could literally go any artwork I have in my wallet, even if it's an artwork that someone else, I bought from someone else, I can still put it up for sale in my art gallery here. I go in and I design it. I connect my wallet to this particular site, put my picture there, put another picture in my wallet, put it there. If I want to sell it, I put a price on there for it to sell in case someone walks in and wants to buy it. So again, this is an art aspect. Kind of showed you a couple of the avatars and stuff like that, the Clone X's. There's way more within the NFT space of opportunity as far as how you can make some money. Again, like I said, whether you're buying metaverse land, you're buying gaming, swords, it does not even matter. There is a big opportunity within the NFT space. But again, you definitely need to come and get some education before you just start buying, because sometimes you'll get stuck with some stuff if you don't know what you're doing. So that is me. This is what I'm doing. I am definitely crazy. Everybody calls me an NFT addict. I'm like, I do not care what you call me, because there's too much money to be made over here in the NFT space. I will be an NFT addict for life, but it is very fun. But at the same time, it is also very, very rewarding when you know what you're buying and you know what you're investing in. So, but Megan, once again, thank you all. Look forward to the partnership. We are going to win. Everybody's going to win. Whether when y'all go over there and make y'all money over there in the trade and recording them, then you just come back over here and say, well, I need to invest that money so I can get some of the pajama money also. So it's going to be very, very fun. Very, very fun. So thank you so much for having me.
Miss Tiila, thank you so much. I actually am going to ask you a couple questions, if you don't mind, because when I sat on with you for my son's on here, and this is the blessing, that your children, you got your children involved. And, the blessing is my son's on here and he's all active in the chat. And my twin sister's son, Dorian, he loves trading, doesn't do a lot on the marketing side. And I always use them as an example. I said, my nephew focuses on the trading. My son focuses on the building aspect, but now he's so super excited about this space. And it's hard to get your children excited when you're telling them. And I allowed, he was telling me, Mom, the young people, they want to get into the metaverse, and he's trying to tell me all about it. Can you share? Because I thought this was really interesting. Just the space, like with Snoop Dogg owning a space. I don't know if you have that where you could pull it up or if you just want to talk about it, but that really clicked for me, that people are now getting into this metaverse space. Mm-hmm. And can I be honest for just a second? Absolutely. I was talking to some, people who are super spiritually minded. I am too, but they're all, oh, it's the enemy. It's this, it's that. They have all these things to say about things that they don't understand. Mm-hmm. And when I got on with you, you made it very simple that, yes, we live in this physical world, but we've been living in the world of social media inside of these little boxes. Basically, Facebook is like, this own virtual land that everybody's living in
Mhm.
and communicating inside of that virtual land. So if you could just kind of share with me and share with the people about how you've been able to really truly take this physical land you own, the Airbnbs and that type of thing. And now people are actually owning space and sharing, money making things inside of these virtual spaces. Can you share that?
I think I mean, I know a lot of people who say the same thing about, well, oh, this metaverse thing is crazy, and it doesn't make any sense. Everybody thought the internet was crazy. And we all said, well, I will never, ever, ever put my credit card on the internet. And what do we all do now? We don't even think about it. And I look at a lot as far as, I know you talked about Snoop Dogg, and I'm going to actually go to another screen here too. I know you talked about some of the land that Snoop Dogg owns, and it's in this particular game, the sandbox game. They are literally doing concerts in the metaverse. I mean, if you think about kids, I know I'm not the youngest person here, but you think about the kids now, they literally, like if you think about the Oculus glasses that most of them wear, you can literally, for me, I can put my Oculus goggles on. I can go in and do a workout, and I also could literally go fishing. I literally fish. I'm a fishaholic. I tell everybody I'm a fishaholic. I can go fishing every single day by putting my Oculus on. And it feels, you can throw your line out, you can hear the wind blow, you can see the water move. It's as if you are really there in the event. And so what a lot of people are doing within the metaverse now is like the Snoop, for example. He has land and he's designed gamings within the sandbox game. He's going to be able to do concerts. He will never have to have a physical building if he doesn't want to have one. He could literally have a garage that would have green screens around or whatever, or he could do it live. With no security besides the security that he has around him, or any artist. They wouldn't have to necessarily have all the extra security by renting the building and so forth. And they could come on and charge people to come onto their concert. It is like the best thing ever. It is instantly money. Within the concert, they could literally also go on and sell items that they may have, whether shirts, just like I was showing you guys the picture of the metaverse, the art gallery. They could literally go around on his concert, walk on his land, and scan QR codes. He could have another thing, even within that, of being able to do a VIP, where he could go within the metaverse, and he could meet his fans, but they got to pay an additional amount in order to go in and do that. But that is where things are going. I mean, and some people are like, well, are people even buying this metaverse land? This screen right here. Like literally, this is like from the blockchain, and within the blockchain, I know we're not trying to go technical, but this is the blockchain. This is like the record. Like you normally get a receipt for something you purchase. The blockchain is like your receipt to say you purchased this particular item. Same thing as if you went to the store. Someone, this D141A5, they literally went on here and bought all of these lands on the sandbox game. Yeah, like it was like back to back to back to back when I took the screenshot. They paid it in Ethereum, which was 42 and a half Ethereum, which was $137,000. And they didn't buy one. They bought all of these lands. So I know people may be skeptical about the metaverse and like, oh, I don't get it. I didn't get it either, but I did invest. There's something like when you know stocks, you look at some stocks, you're like, well, I really don't know the full thing about the company, but I will go ahead and invest in them. I invested in the land because when I started going to some of the sandbox sites and started looking at how all these big companies were coming into the metaverse and buying these properties, there's no reason why. Why is Atari coming over here? Why would the Smurfs invest in this land? Why would Binance, if you're in crypto, why would Binance invest in this particular game? That's the questions why I was started asking. Even Disney, yes, Disney is even investing in some of these things. There's a lot of big name companies that are investing in this particular game. And so I was like, they doing it, I might need to be doing it. Although I may not fully understand. And again, depending on who you are, you're going to be thinking, well, oh, is this a scam? I don't think all this money right here is like a scam. Somebody got paid like over $1 million. And so they just scammed and somebody made over several $1 million by buying this. And so I don't look at it before. I always tell people, before you call it a scam, get educated and then call it a scam. If you say it after you've been educated about it, then you have a right to call it a scam. But just to be on the sideline and to call it a scam, I don't do it. You're just not gonna mess up. I see the money. I have the money. I have the assets. Everything I showed you on the screen, I own those items. And so it ain't no scam over here. If I can go to the thing and click a button and say, pay me like right now, if I wanted to take any of the money of those particular assets that I have. That is, I've seen it happen time and time again. I've helped many people who bought stuff and sold it time and time again. So it is absolutely where things are going. You know, I look at even how some of the things you all are doing, of how it can even be beneficial for, like I said, having conferences. You could literally have an NFT that would be access for your conference. If you don't have that NFT, you can't get into that particular conference. So again, there's a lot of opportunity within the NFT space, but you do need to definitely get some education on it, because if you don't know what you're doing, you definitely will get scammed. I mean, I always, and I know I'm talking about, but I know some people be like, well, they're scammers in NFTs. I'm like, did y'all think like they took a break? Because I mean, they're scammers in the real world. You thought because they were in the real world, they weren't going to come to crypto. People try to steal your identity in the real world, but you thought they were just going to be like, okay, I'm saved now. I'm not going to be over here stealing the crypto people's money. No, it's easier to kind of steal if you don't know what you're doing. So, you know, you have to make sure you're getting educated in regards to that, so that you know how to protect your assets and how to keep those secure, so that, you know, you can keep the stuff that you've worked hard for.
And Tiala, just reading the messages in the chat, and, you know, this is kind of a peak interest. These calls, we decided to come on here and just share, you know, and some people are saying, well, how do we set up this? How do we get our wallets? Great.
We're going to cover all of that in class.
We're going to cover all of it. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be a student. I'm going to be in there with my notebook and my pen and paper, and no one better be calling me during our new classes that we're rolling out, because I'm going to be in class as well, learning. I said, listen, when I started connecting with all of these great people who know far more than I do, because I'm the type of person that if somebody brings me something and I don't know about it, then I'm going to find somebody who knows about it and attach myself to them. I don't need anything. We may barter. I bartered some business with Courtney, like, hey, I'll do this for you just so I can, like, you know, rub elbows a little bit, rub shoulders with, you know, with Zia, with Michael, with your daughter. And I think the exciting part is that this is what we're creating. And I know the next question, Tiala, for everybody, well, when's it coming? Because we've been talking about it. And Courtney does everything with the utmost integrity. You know, people sometimes try to bypass it. Let me just go. They're taking too long. Let me just go and try and talk to these individuals. And we spent some late nights, really, truly, you know, I had to turn on my persuasive skills and paint the picture of mass production, and because I couldn't afford you or Courtney outside of my own platform. So I'm like, well, maybe I had to draw up the numbers. We're on the whiteboard, basically on a 3 o'clock in the morning, just trying to figure out how we can make it work, because your time is valuable. Your team's time is valuable. So I do want everybody to know that this is coming soon. We're already in the works of programming everything in. We are going to roll this thing out. And this is part of it is, you know, we're like Xbox or PS3, where we're going to do a big to-do. And this is just the beginning of sharing this information so people know what's coming. So I am so very grateful for you. We have become fast friends, you know. Yeah. I sent Courtney those eye emojis like after I first met you, and I'm like, wow, I'm blown away, because I love great energetic teaching. So thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you so much again for having me. Appreciate it.
Y'all
hear me holler, let's go. That means let's go in class. That means somebody winning.
Absolutely. You can join our traders, King Nelson and his wife. They ring a cowbell on the London. And, you know, we have Mr. Maddox. We have a host of other traders that are coming aboard. So I love collaboration, like you said, Mr. Logan. Absolutely love collaboration. So if you don't mind, it's 6:21. I did want to take just a couple questions, and we're going to get off this call in a moment. And listen, team, right? I sold them on mass production. So that's, we got to work our magic, right? They really, truly want to be here to teach. It is a partnership that I really, truly am excited about because it's been a long time coming, Courtney, trying to figure out how we can mesh together, and now it's here. So we want to make sure everybody on this call, guys, listen, 3 to 5 people you want to bring on the 10 o'clock call tonight. 3 to 5 people. We still have an 8 o'clock opportunity call. We're going to keep that call short and sweet, but we're going to heavily bam fam, book a meeting from a meeting. We're going to heavily bam fam from our 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to get all those people who are super excited and move them to the 10 o'clock. Courtney's coming back again with the entire expert team. And we really, truly want to expose this to our family because this is real generational wealth in the making. So, Mr. Logan, you want to add anything? I'm going to take just a couple questions before we hop off. Okay.
Absolutely. Take a few questions. I'll go.
And listen, you never have to apologize for doing great things. Courtney used to be the debate champion. I used to be a debate coach, but I learned more from the students. So, I'm just grateful that you are sharing. So here's what I'm going to do. Now, folks, listen, I'm going to unmute you. No testimonial Tuesday. I know how excited you guys are. And I know you want to pass the offering plate and give the testimony, but let's keep our questions or our comments to about 30 seconds so I can get a lot of you in here. And I promise I won't be long-winded. I'm not going to answer. I'll let the team. So, Courtney, I don't know if the team's still on. Do you want me to highlight?
Sure. No, I'll take the questions. It's all good.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Let me unmute. So go ahead and raise your hand, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Alicia, 30 seconds, guys. Comment, question for Mr. Logan. Miss Alicia, are you out there?
I'm here. Thank you so much for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, ma'am. Go right ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you, Megan, for bringing them on. I missed the 11 o'clock, but I'm here now. Mr. Courtney, always keep it real. Do you understand? Do not veer from keeping it real. Stay real all the time because people need realness. I can't deal with fake people. So thank you for bringing your team. Thank you. I'm ready to run and work with you guys. And the joke for us is more homework. But yes, I'm ready for the homework. But also I wanted to just say real quickly about the metaverse that she was talking about. Listen, if you keep saying everything is a scam, then you're never going to get anywhere. You can be scammed at any time, like the young lady was saying. But the Lord said, I'm going to the nation. But guess what? If I buy metaverse, I have went to the nation, not physically walk there, but I'll be in that space of going across the nation. Okay. So we got to bring up our mindset to a different place. So thank you so much, Courtney. I'm ready to learn. Megan, let's do this. I'm on fire. Remember, I said I couldn't do this, but guess what? I'm here doing it.
Right. Miss Alicia I met her sister basically online, just found me online and answered. And then now they've brought their entire family over. Miss Alicia's son and sons are over here. So we're just excited for the families to come together. So thank you, Miss Alicia. I appreciate that. Let's jump on in there. I think that's Van with your hand up. 30 seconds, question, comment.
Just a quick question, but first, of course, thank you so much for you guys coming on. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cough on you. Really quickly for Courtney as well as Ms. Tiala, is there some assignments you guys would like to put out for information or knowledge we should have before we start and sit down in front of you for class? Some books that are already out there that we could reach out for, get our knowledge beforehand so that we're prepared?
Oh, Courtney, you're muted.
Thank you so much. Salama.
Am I good? Am I good now?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Hello. So we'll look at the curriculum. We got to figure out when our start time is. That'll give us some understanding of what should we be putting out before certain classes. I'll make sure Megan disseminates that to everybody when the time is right and the time comes for those classes. So just hold tight. We'll make sure we get that information out to you. A lot of the work that we're going to do, we'll do it in steps. Typically, even with our boot camps, we'll put out some information before the boot camps about what we're going to be covering, how we're going to cover that information, what we want you to read. You know, you're going to have homework, you know, that night for the next day, and things to work on, you know, the entire month. So I think those things will come, but standing here now, there's nothing that I'm ready to give out right now.
No, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Dan. Thanks. Great question. Mr. Jerome, quick question, 30 seconds, sir. Go right ahead.
Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate the knowledge. Mr. Courtney, I just want to thank you for coming on board. Man, I've been looking for you. I've been waiting for you. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So thank you so much. And Ms. TT, you had mentioned about music. I have original copyrighted music. I would love to learn how to get that. And I'm also a published author. I would love to be able to get my book out there as well.
Listen, Courtney, you know when you start getting close to the family, when you start giving them nicknames.
I know, right?
Yeah, that was Dr. Boyce. I saw
Dr. Boyce, yeah.
Yeah. Giving them nicknames. That's good. I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Jerome. Let me see who else is out there. Go ahead and unmute if you have a question or raise your hand. I'm going to take a couple more questions. It's 6:28. I actually have to be off in 5 minutes. I have to jump on another call, and we have some work to do, guys. There's 200 of us on here. Let's focus on all coming back, taking notes, but bring somebody with you. Bring someone with you, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to do a giveaway or something, Courtney. May have to drop some money in a wallet or something, you know, and do a giveaway on the next 10 p.m. Eastern call. So you guys want to be on here, but you got to bring a guest, okay? Let me see. Let me take a couple more questions. Anybody? Go ahead and unmute if you have a question, or you can ask your question in the chat.
Somebody has a hand raised.
Oh, it's Miss Messina. Miss Messina is lover to pieces. She is the wife of one of our expert traders, King Nelson. They do the London session. They have a lot of excitement. Miss Tiala's going to love them because, you know, they don't say let's go, but they ring the cowbell and they're super excited. So, Miss Messina, are you out there, ma'am?
Yes. Hi, Miss Megan. Thank you so much. I want to give it back to you, and thank you so much for this partnership. It's amazing to hear, and we're so super excited. King Nelson and I were on the call earlier today. He's not able to hop on this call, but we're super excited and to be working with Courtney and the whole team with Taila.
Tiala. I was telling it like it sounded.
Sorry about that. I always butcher people's names. I apologize. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for sharing today your expertise. King Nelson and I are excited, and he may be an educator, but he's always a student first. So we're super excited for this partnership and just to learn from you guys. So thank you.
That feeling is very mutual, and I think I extend that to all the traders that are in the Xtream family. You know, we want to share. You know, we want to share what we've seen, what we found. You know, things to kind of help us all be better, because you know we all are on a path. We're all on a journey. You know, this is one of those types of things where you never have it all. There's no such thing as knowing it all. And I never met an expert lawyer, and I've worked with lawyers that practiced for 25 years. And, you know, even the big people that I knew, you know, trading people, they don't even consider themselves experts, even though they may be to most people, because in their minds, they always stay students. So I think that sentiment is mutual. You know, we are here. We're always students as well, looking to see how we can make our craft better on our journey as traders as well. So nice to meet you. Looking forward to working with you and your husband.
right. Hey, Courtney, before we hop off of here, can you Vanna White and show around the room?
Well, let me see if I can move this camera.
So listen, guys, Courtney and I talked about, you know, being able to be in that space. You know, I kind of watched them on Facebook and got a chance to see how much work and money. And,
somebody asked me, was it a virtual background the other day? So this is my this is our office. This is the RFX office. We have about 20 seats inside the room that we work with, and you can see they're luxury seats. You know, we do like private masterminds, high level, you know, intensives, those types of things. And one of the things, Megan, we talked about was having an opportunity to potentially put together a high level mastermind or some type of intense training where people actually travel into town to be a part of what we're doing here from a physical location for the in-person training. Got a conference table there in the back, but you know, very, very proud of what we've put together. You know, the not just the space, not the platform, the education, it's all of it. It's the people, you know, it's every piece of the fabric of what we call RFX that I'm very, very proud of. And I'm just a face out front. Like, I'm not the thing. You know, the thing is the people, and without the people and without the team, you know, none of this is possible. So this is our home. This is my trading home. Excited to invite some of you at some point into our trading home. It's very, very important to us, and everybody won't be invited. It's not a place where you just let anybody come into your environment. But I'll tell you, some of you will have an opportunity to sit in these seats and to learn from the best of the best about the thing that we call trading, and that'll be multiple markets. So that's our home. I'm excited to be here from it, but I'm more excited about Megan and team and crew and traders and everybody traveling into town to actually experience what it means to be in an environment like this, to actually hone the craft and really, really dive in on the skill set. So Megan, as always, I thank you so much. I thank you and your team for the incredible, awesome job that you guys are doing at Xtream. And we're just looking to add, right? We're looking to add and not subtract, and to really, really, truly spread our mission and our vision of creating consistently profitable traders and people who truly want something substantial out of this market that's tangible. Let me check one more time. If that's you, type 1 in the chat. I'm not going to do any screaming. You know, I'll let Tiala do the screaming. I'll save my voice for 10 o'clock. So if y'all want the hype, Courtney, that'll be at 10 o'clock.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Listen, so Courtney,
I'll be the hype Courtney later.
On the 10 o'clock, can we talk about funded traders? Because I didn't know that existed, didn't know what that meant.
How about we bring some? Mike, are you still here?
I'm still here. You want me to bring my squad?
Yeah, bring the squad tonight.
I bring my squad of funded traders.
All right, cool. We'll bring a few and we'll let them talk.
Okay, great. So we're going to talk about funded traders, which I didn't know was a thing. I didn't even know what that meant. But I'm just excited to go out and just find people, again, like I always say, who know way more than I do. I am a baby trader. I'm just in the space. I'm in the environment, catching all of the excitement. So I'm just thankful for all of you. We're going to let you guys go. Courtney, you know, I've been awake. Reagan and I, November, Brianna, Miss Francine, Miss Renee is kind of like my core group. And we've been awake just connecting the pieces and the programming and this and that to get our platform top notch, because we're going out to the first ever Crypto World Series this year. We have some professional videos coming out. Going out to that event, it's going to be streamed all over the world. So we wanted to get our stuff together. We want to make sure that the professionalism is there. And we have the best traders because they're our family over here. And we are excited to bring now your team in as our family as well. We will not let you guys down. Everybody type in the chat. Just type, I'm a student, and you're going to come to class with your own pencil. I sound like I'm in high school, right? Like, please get a pencil. These kids never had pencils. They had phones. right? Everything else, no pencils, no notebook. So just type I'm a student, and we are going to share this education with everyone. So 10 o'clock, we get to meet their funded traders and talk about what that means and what that could potentially mean for you in the future. So much love to all of you. Never apologize for being you, Courtney. I love everything that you had just given us. And we look forward to seeing you at 10 p.m. Eastern. So thank you.
See you guys tonight. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to unmute you guys. Give our family now. Give our family some love, please.
Love you guys, man.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Ready to go.
Love it.
Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Bring your friends and family now. Don't be coming to the family picnic, family event empty-handed, right? Taking away Tupperware. You got to bring something. Bring me some people, right? Bring some people, ladies and gentlemen. 3 to 5 people. Maybe we'll do a giveaway at 10 o'clock tonight, guys. I'll see you there. Thank you.